I'm going to have to take a look at the news really quickly and see, because that's a lot. I might even just quit right here on episode 2 of this Nogoryo, unless we get lucky here. What's up guys, Aroneous here with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today's video we've got the Nogoryo Fusion or Fragment Fusion event, and this is going to be episode 2 for my free-to-play account. This is an endgame free-to-play account if you guys haven't been tuning in, and I'm going to take you through where I'm at currently and what I do to try to get these fusions. So if you're new to the game, if you follow some of these tips, this might seriously help your progression in the game. And when I say follow the tips, make sure that you're following along, like seriously following along, and maybe these are some things that can help you progress because you might not be doing them at this time. So as you can see, we got Nogoryo. He's a pretty good attack-based champion. I already went over his kit on the last episode, so check out episode 1 if you'd like me to talk about the kit in front of you. So yeah, I'm not going to go over his kit right now, but right now we've got the champion training tournament going on, and I think we have the Ice Golem tournament going on as well. So some key tips behind Ice Golem and champion training. Champion training, most of you should be able to after about 2 months of playing, maybe 3 months for some, but after 2 months of playing you should be able to farm Brutal of the campaign, stage 12-6 or 12-3 of the Brutal campaign. That's going to be a stage where a lot of early game, low spenders or early game players are going to be farming a majority of the time, and if you have good champions that can solo in Ice Golem or certain dungeons when they have these tournaments going on for these fragments, then I do suggest using someone like Bad Alcazar, or even using someone that's a Void champion. So you've got Eurogrim, there's also Tomb Lord, there's other champions that you can use as well, like Theodore, who just came out. So if any of you have been lucky to pull Theodore, you can also use Theodore to solo, I think all the way up to stage 24 of Ice Golem. He's a really good champion, and you can use other champions too, but like I said, the best way to maximize is going to be going into dungeons and putting food champions into your dungeon teams. So you'd want to make sure something like this. So basically what I do is I farm stage 20 right now, and I do it with Tomb Lord and Bad L and Silva Drakes, and I put 2 food champions in there as well. Now I can do this with just these 2, but the thing is, once in a blue moon, the slam comes down and kills everybody. So I do end up putting Silva Drakes because she's tanky, she can pick anybody up as needed. You can do this as well, but I do suggest just going with a full regen set and going in with not him, but you should go in with Tomb Lord if you have Tomb Lord, and then just going in and having a bunch of food champions if you have them in a really good regen set. Now unfortunately I don't currently have them in a regen set, so I'm not gonna waste my silver at this time to do that, but again, if you do have the ability to do so, feel free to do that. And he's exceptional against Dragon as well. So is Bad Alcazar. You can use other champions too to try to help, or even if you can only do one champion, like you should be able to do at least 2 food champions at like stage 17, 18, or 19. It's okay to do the lower stages, just as long as you're farming champions and not just wasting resources. If you're just putting in 5 champions like this, and you're just farming dungeons for the tournament, it's great to get those fragments, but it's going to be a lot smarter for you to farm with some food, or at least 1 food. And then you can also do multi-battles and edit your queue and make sure that you put food in there, and then you upgrade your food at the same time. So let me just showcase to you where I'm at in my champion training, and I'm not that far along. So let's take a peek here. I just showed you Ice Golem where I'm at. Again, not that far along on my free-to-play account. Champion training, I'm only at 1,281 points, so I'm not that far. I will be upgrading as much as possible. There's only a day and 8 hours left, so essentially all I've been doing is farming some dungeons and trying to upgrade a couple champions at a time. So I've been just farming Ice Golem, and I've also been farming 12-6 of Brutal campaign with my Skull Crown. You can use a damage dealer to farm 12-6 of campaign, a brutal. It should be pretty easy for most of you out there. And I also do food, so you can see all this food for the champion training is built up, right? You could see, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'm going to have 18, 19, and 20 of the 3 stars level 30. And then I have to start working on these 2 stars and 1 stars to get them up to 2, 2 to 3, so on and so forth. And then I can get these level 30s to level 40 by the end of the day tomorrow, and hopefully I can get at least 1 5-star champion to rank 6. So here we are. Let me just showcase to you. I'm not 100% sure. I just did my martyr, I think last weekend, to level 6. So this weekend I'm hoping to get one of these legendary champions to rank 6. Probably going to go with Lanatharil because I really want to see what he's like. And I do have enough food. I didn't realize I ended up getting a 5-star chicken recently from, I think, Doom Tower. So if you're farming Doom Tower and you're trying to progress, remember, you have to use all the different areas of the game to your advantage. So if you're doing this training event, especially champion training, now I can complete hard Doom Tower, so that's a little bit of a plus for me on my free-to-play account because I'm end game. But if you're just doing normal, and you can beat all the way to the top the Eternal Dragon, then that's fantastic, or at least to like maybe a level 100 or so, where you're getting those shards, those ancient shards, those 3-star, 4-star chickens. Save them up for events like this. Now obviously, I will say, this guy's not going to be amazing for my account. Honestly, it's pointless for me to even be going for this guy, but I'm going for him anyways. And the next thing I want to show you is I think this is a Summon Rush event that's going on. This is the tournament, so let me go to the tournaments. Of course, Classic Arena doesn't count towards Nogoryo. So the events, yeah, Summon Rush. So we have Champion Training event. That's the other thing, is make sure you're collecting all these goodies from Champion Training. Don't mess up and miss a day and then end up not getting this 6-star Chaos, or even miss 2 days and then not get this 5-star chicken. You should be able to get it pretty easily though. It's only 3 days, and I think they gave us 5 days total to collect these goodies. So let me go to Summon Rush. Let's see where we're at here. Hopefully this guy's fragments aren't crazy. So 1600 just for the first 10, so that's a good amount for an epic. And then, wow, 2950 for 15 fragments. That's kinda crazy in my opinion for an epic champion. So I'm gonna have to take a look at the news really quickly and see, because that's a lot. I might even just quit right here on episode 2 of this Nogoryo, unless we get lucky here, because that's crazy. I mean, for Summon Rush, it's 500 points per Sacred, so that's 2,000, 140 per Void. So I can do it by pulling my Sacred Shards right now and my Void Shards, which is all fine and dandy, but I could save these for the next fusion, which is going to be a Legendary Champion, and have absolutely no problems with getting that fusion. Whereas right now with this Fragment fusion, I mean, it kind of stinks for my account. So let's take a peek. Hopefully I only have to go for the first 10 and I'll just pull a few shards as compared to all my Sacreds and all my Voids. Where's the news at? Here we go. Guaranteed Champion, Nogoryo events, Fragment event. Okay, so here's the schedule. So, to get Nogoryo, participate in events and tournaments and collect the fragments from the following places. So we got the Summon Rush, which is worth 25 fragments, okay. Champion Training, which is worth 20 fragments, August 30th to September 3rd, which hasn't come up yet, of course. Right now we're doing the Champion Training Tournament for the 25th to the 28th, which is 15 plus 5 if you get first or second place, I believe. Maybe it's just first place, so you can basically just get an additional 5 fragments, and usually it's the first and second place. If you get that place on the tournament, you can get an additional 5 fragments. So this is kind of where, like, if for some reason you wanted to skip one of these, you would have to come in first on one of these tournaments. Have to. Or else you're going to fail miserably. So Champion Training Tournament, that's what I'm working on now. I want to get those 15, so that's boom, already 15. I can get to the first 10, that's 25. On the next one, Ice Golem. Let's just count the totals first before I get any further. 25, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 90, 100, 110, 120. Okay, so you can get upwards of 120 fragments. So this is good news. So I may be able to skip a portion of the summon rush and not have to go after the 15 fragments in the end. So if I get 10 here, then I would have to go 20. I'd have to complete the champion training, dungeon divers, so that's 10, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and then I'd have to complete the champion training tournament, which is I'd have to complete, where is it? Is there one? There's a summon rush, and then usually there's a second fragment. I might not even have to complete the summon rush at all. Champion training, dungeon divers, artifact enhancement, champion training, ice golem, fire knight, classic arena takedown. Wait a minute. I might not have to pull shards at all. You guys might not have to pull shards at all. Each tournament also rewards 5 extra fragments to players who place first and second on the leaderboard. If you place second, you need to be level 40 or above to receive the extra fragments. Wow. Wow, I didn't even know that. You have to be level 40 or higher to get the extra fragments. That's kind of annoying. Each person can earn up to a total of 140 fragments if they can top the leaderboards. So you can choose which events and tournaments to take part in. Okay, there's not a champion chase. Usually there's 2 events to pull shards for fragment fusions and regular fusions, but maybe because this is an epic, they made it a little bit easier for us so we don't have to destroy all of our resources. So that's actually really cool. So I think I could just skip this entirely. So 20, 30. Nope, I have to get the first 10. Or I have to win in a tournament. Which I doubt it. I doubt that I'm going to win in a tournament in second place or first place as a free-to-play player. So, you have to at least get the first 10 points for Summon Rush and then complete everything else in order to beat this. So just to go over this one more time for you guys, this might be annoying for you, I apologize, but first 10 points in the Summon Rush right now. You have to get the Champion Training event completed, so that's 30 points. 40 points for completing Dungeon Divers, that's a total of 40 now. 50 for completing the second event of Dungeon Divers. 60 for completing the Artifact Enhancement event from August 28th to 31st. 75 for completing Champion Training Tournament, which is right now. This is probably maybe the harder one. It's only, it's the same amount of time. 4 days, 4 days. Ice Golem, 75. 85 with Ice Golem. 95 with Fire Knight. And then 105 with Classic Arena Takedown. So, you're going to end up with 105 points during this entire event, this Fragment event. So the good news is, I just have to pull shards until I get the first 10 points. And that's what I'm going to do for you guys today. I'm going to pull these shards, and maybe I get lucky and pull a legendary. I doubt it, but hey, might as well, right? So let me just go back here again, go to the Summon Rush. So I can pull 3 Sacreds and 1 Void Shard. Or should I just go for it all? Probably not. We'll see what happens. We're going to pull 1 Sacred first and see what happens. Come on. Epic. Trash Delver. Okay. Honestly, very old champion. She has decent reviews. She hits somewhat hard on the attack all enemies ability. If the target has a weaken, she places a decreased defense. But, I mean, kind of annoying, to be honest with you. I personally don't ever use her. She's good for early game. That's about it. Alright, let's go. Come on. Another epic. Is this Spider? I don't think I have Spider. Wait a minute. I think this guy has decreased defense and weaken on his kit for an epic. Attacks one enemy, 50% chance of removing a random buff. Okay. Attacks all enemies, decreases the duration of all buffs by 1 turn, has a 50% chance of placing a decrease attack debuff for 2 turns. That's pretty cool on a 75% cooldown, 75% debuff chance, and a cooldown of 3 if you book them out. And then on the A3, 60% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense on all enemies for 2 turns, and has a 30% chance of placing a 15% weakened debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. That is pretty sweet. So in total, he'll have a 70% chance to place the weaken and a 100% chance to place the decreased defense. And he doesn't attack anybody, so he's going to land it every single time. Unless for some reason you get that stupid 3% chance where they resist. But yeah, this is like a 100% chance besides the weaken, so I would suggest going with the mastery that gives you 5% additional chance of landing that ability. So that's pretty sweet. That is pretty sweet. I don't have this guy. Dungeon speed by 25%. That's not bad. Spider's actually really good. Is he slow or something? People don't talk about him very often. He's brand new for me, for my account. I've actually always wanted this guy. Considering he doesn't really have like amazing reviews. He has good reviews, but not amazing. His stats, oh, that's why. He's so slow. Very slow champion. So hard to get him to have crazy speeds. I mean, unless you're late game or end game. I can probably get him to like 250 to 300 speed myself, but not everybody can do that. So not bad. He's not bad for tag team arena, dungeons, things like that. So he's definitely a helpful champion for my account, and I wouldn't mind building him out. So now that that's done, I might get Turvold. You never know, right? I could get him, right? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, I gotta make a spot. I gotta make 1 spot. Are you kidding me? Alright. Let's feed these champs. Let's make 3 spots. Boom. Alright, Void Shard popping. Let's do it. Let's get it. Can we get a legendary? No! What did we get? Painkeeper. Okay. So I think that's all I need, right? Or do I need to pull 1 more sacred? I think I need 1 more sacred. Oops, what am I looking at? Am I blind? Guys, I'm blind. So I need to pull 1 more sacred, I believe. Yep. 1 more sacred to go. Here we go. Can we get a legendary? Can we get lucky? No, we are not getting lucky. And we got Adriel. Adriel. Okay. Decrease accuracy on 1 enemy. Heals all allies by 20% of their max HP and places a 30% reflect damage buff on them for 2 turns. Pretty good for Fire Knight. Probably decent for Hydra as well. Attacks all enemies, 50% chance placing a decreased attack. Has a 100% chance if this attack is critical. So not terrible, but it's on a 5-turn cooldown if booked. Personally, this would be much better if she was on a 4-turn cooldown. Increases magic ally speed in all battles. Okay, I don't really like that magic type ally speed. It's kind of annoying. Alright, so we did end up getting it with the summon rush. We hit our mark. Boom, we've got 10 fragments. And that's all I need to pull. That's what I recommend all of you out there to do if you're trying to go for this fusion. Just pull enough shards to get to the first 10 fragments, unless you feel like you aren't going to be able to complete the other fragment events or tournaments. So highly suggest that. Another thing I wanted to add, guys, is make sure that if you want to get more energy like this during these tournaments and events and fusions, fragment summon events, things like that, make sure you're coming here to remember your clan shop rewards, right? Right now we have energy. That's why I have over 1,000 energy right now, is because I purchased the purchase limit of 10 for this energy. You can go right here, go to the elite, try to go as high up as you can. If you need to do expert, because you can only do that, do expert, basic. If you're very early game and you can't progress any further than that, that's totally fine. And obviously if you win in CVC on your clan, then you're going to get more points, as well as when your clan levels up, you do get a bunch of these nice gold bars as well. that's going to be it for this one, guys. I appreciate you guys if you stayed this long to watch the video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.